So is everything backwards? If you're watching this, we're going to wait for a few people to join. Oh, you were going to pull it up too.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up too. Here. You stir.
I can't get both of us.
With the hand. You stir with the hand. I will get it pulled up.
So we're going to wait so that a few more people can get on. As I posted a little earlier, Clarissa was a little late getting off of work, so we're about 30 minutes behind. Sorry if you guys are on a timeline. What? That's what they see?
Yes.
Hold on. You stir.
Okay. You fix your... How
do you get this to do the right thing? Tell me when you can see me.
Well, I can't really... Look. This is what they see right now. Here, I'll just set it right there so you can see.
I don't know what to do. Oh, I forgot. It has that. Oh. Disclaimer, guys. I have dogs. And we're gonna hope that they're good for the best parts of this. I can't keep them from barking. I call them my little demons. My sister calls them psychos. Whatever you want to call them. What about...
Do you want to try mine?
Yeah, this is... Sorry, I'm having camera trouble. My tripod won't tighten.
Stay.
Well, this is awkward. I'm sitting here holding this while I wait for my sister to get her tripod. I ordered another tripod, so I'm hoping that comes in the next few days so that I can not use a broken one.
Mine's a little, looks like it's more sturdy.
That's good. Sturdy is good. Okay, we have about 16 people on. I was going to try to get a couple of tips in while we wait for some people, and they can go hit the replay if they need to. These are just some Dollar Tree finds that I found recently. So hold on, the camera's going to get really shaky. We're going to switch tripods. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Shannon. Okay, hold on, people. This is gonna pop out of my broken tripod. Ow. Maybe.
Here, hold on. I think these extend.
Yep.
They extend.
There we go.
That's a little better.
Sorry, guys, for the weird camera problems. Okay. So, sorry about that. I had a broken tripod. Like I said, I ordered another one. I wanted to do a couple of tips for some Dollar Tree finds that I found that you guys might not know about. And then we'll get started with the cup. If you guys want to say hi, let us know you're here. Recently, I went to Dollar Tree and I found these bottles. And they actually have a flip top and a squirt thing, and you use a cotton ball. So when you're wiping down your cups, hi Tammy, you just push it down a little bit. Like nail salons have these and doctor's offices have them, and so I have one here. You got two different colors, so I have one for alcohol and one for acetone. And I was a little bit afraid of the acetone, but I did put it over something for a few days to make sure that it wouldn't eat through the plastic. So these are really sturdy and really cool. I just kind of keep them in my craft area so that I don't have to have the big bottles on my workstation. And then Angela sends you,
hold on,
running the heat gun. While I'm doing this, my sister's mixing the epoxy. Oh, and I'm Melissa, by the way. And
hi, I'm Clarissa.
This is Clarissa. I also found recently, Angela sends spoons with your purchases, I believe, of the mica. I know I have them. They're little ice cream scoop looking things. But if you run out of those, or break them like I do, because they're tiny, I found these in the wedding section at Dollar Tree, and I was pretty excited for something that is really kind of stupid, but they're little spoons, and you can use these for micas and glitters, just like you do the little ice cream scoop. All right. So we're gonna get started. It looks like we have 25 people on. If you wanna see the couple of things, neat things that I found recently at Dollar Tree, just hit replay after the video's done being live. Okay, so we are going to do the blue glow-in-the-dark swirl cup. And I did, actually, Clarissa posted the supplies for you earlier, a few days ago. I'm sorry, some of you are upset you can't get the blue glow pigment, but I believe Angela has some on order, and we'll put that on the store when she gets it restocked. I got it, I think, around Halloween, and I was kind of afraid of it because I had never used the glow pigment before, but I used it on the swirl cup that we're doing today, which is actually a swap cup that I was doing. I like to try things creatively on the swap cups because, you know, I have a little bit more time and freedom to strip it or change it if I don't like it. And then we use the teal blue mica. Do you know how to split?
Is that too light?
No,
too
no,
much?
it isn't unless you're holding this.
Okay.
Do you know how to flip it to where it's not backwards? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys.
No, that is the right one, but
it's backwards.
Oh, no. It's always going to be backwards. Just,
okay.
It's the teal blue powder.
From Southern Bling.
And the blue glow pigment from Southern Bling.
And those are, pictures are posted in our Facebook announcing that we were going to do a live. And then the alcohol inks are, sorry, this bottle is ugly, really well used, but it's Pool. And then Sailboat Blue. See if you can see that. And then Patina. And so what you want to do is you want to prep your cup. So I have my cup here, and it is a 20 ounce. The first one I did was a skinny. This is just a regular 20 ounce. And I sanded it and painted it. I used acrylic paint because that's what I had, but you can spray paint it if that's easier for you. I did a custom color on this one because I had matched the water slide that I was doing on the other side. Any questions so far?
I'm gonna push that back so you can get the full view of the cup.
Okay.
There you go.
Are we seeing comments?
I've got the comments over here.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna get started. Hopefully you guys, maybe I can get those to go away so I can see myself easier. Okay. So we can get through this and then maybe get to a pink cup. So you're gonna need epoxy mixed, and then I'm gonna put this cup on the turner that I have.
Here, I'll turn it for you.
Oh goodness, we didn't realize y'all were gonna see all my crap. Disregard my other workstation.
Oops. I'm just here destroying stuff in the background.
You don't have to see that. Okay.
All right, so there's the epoxy, the mica spoons, all that nice stuff.
So the first thing you're gonna do is mix your epoxy and make sure that it is fully mixed. And then, where are my gloves?
Right here, I dropped them.
I need some gloves, sorry.
There you go.
When you're working with epoxy, you always want to put gloves on.
Always. In fact, let me get out a couple for you. You'll need them.
And let me see the little hand.
The hand.
Yes.
The hand.
So, you guys see this little hand? These guys are really fun to use versus the popsicle sticks. And this or a metal stir tends to create a little less bubbles in the epoxy than your traditional popsicle stick. And then these we just got off Amazon. They're little metal
Angela, we need these.
Stirring sticks. So here's my epoxy. We just made a full cup of epoxy. Hold on, try and make it to where you can see it. And then
30 milliliters.
I'm gonna turn this back this way. And then we're going to add to this both the glow pigment and the teal blue mica.
Jeez.
Wow. It's a good thing I didn't get epoxy on my hands yet because the tripod just
Can you push it all the way in there this time? Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll stay. You got it in there?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna hold one of these legs just to be sure.
Well, the more you angle it down, apparently the more unsafe it is. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't really loud. So I, like baking, don't do a whole bunch of measuring when it comes to the powders. You definitely want to measure your epoxy, make sure you get each side correct. But I just take it and put it in until I think it's good. So I kind of just pick up.
Oh, that's too much.
That's how much I used.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I pick up the glow powder because the glow powder you want to be pretty substantial so that it will glow.
Just in case you need it.
Yeah. Oh, because you gave me a lot of epoxy.
Yes.
Well, here goes. I'm going to dump this in here. Oh, I need the little
Here's
hand.
the hand. Yeah, definitely get that mixed in before we mix in the other.
Yeah, and you mix it in really well. Like I said, I just guess on these, but with the glow powder, I got a really nice glow on the cup that I did, and it's probably because I used copious amounts of glow powder. Do you guys have any questions so far? Oh, they're laughing. Were y'all laughing because the camera fell over?
Yeah, I'm sure they were laughing because the camera fell over. How much are you mixing? It was 30 milliliters of epoxy.
So you just want to mix this really, really well.
There you go.
You guys don't have to watch it stream down like I do. I just think it's fun.
Well, plus you can tell if you've got lumps in it.
That's true. I just always thought I liked watching it.
Give me the hand.
So a little bit about us while we're doing the mixing. We've been doing cups a little over a year.
Yep.
And we've done one other live, and then life got really, really busy. And that was probably about 6 months ago. And so we may start doing more tutorials for people who, you know, like what we do and want to see how to do it. So I've got the teal blue, and you're going to use less of the teal blue than you do of the glow powder. And again, it really is an estimation. And you see how big this jar is? This is a huge jar. And so this will last you a very long time. I'm gonna just dump it in. And then I'm gonna mix it. And if I don't like the way it looks, I can just add more. And it gives it kind of a sheen. Oh, I can't really show you without dumping it out.
Better on the cup.
But it gives us this really pretty sheen, and I think that's one of the things that made the cup so pretty. Just stirring. I don't know if you can see on the hand, it's really pretty. So after you're done stirring and you're pretty confident this is the color that you want, you're gonna make sure that you don't have too many bubbles in it, and then you're gonna start putting it on your cup. Now I have my cup, here, let me take this out so I don't throw epoxy everywhere. I put my cup on a single cup turner for this because you want maximum control.
Are you done with this?
Yeah, I'm done with that. So we'll just cover everything up because I am clumsy and I will dump things out everywhere. So I'll just kind of put those out of the way. And then I'm gonna turn you back to the cup.
Yeah, you're gonna need to.
And then I might kind of angle it a little bit. Ooh. See, I told you I might knock things over. I just almost knocked the epoxy everywhere. Okay, so
Ask if they can see the entire thing, because literally this is what I see.
can you guys see the entire thing?
Pull this back.
Because it seems like what we're filming and what I can see doesn't look the same.
I see this better. Let's see. Can't see. Yep. Zoom out. Okay.
Is there a zoom feature on there?
No. Let's see.
We're going to try to make it to where you can see. Sorry about that. Because what I see on my screen is not what y'all see.
Nope. We are just going to have to... All right. So...
I think that's good.
Let's move it back just a little more.
Get this out of the way.
Okay, they can see the cup now. Okay, good.
Okay. And I recently found out that baby wipes are awesome. So when I'm playing with epoxy, I kind of put the baby wipes, a couple of baby wipes out. Because I don't want to epoxy my turner switch. Because I'm sure if it would happen, I would do it. Okay, we're gonna get started. Just let us know if you have any questions.
Or if you can't see.
Yeah, or if you can't see. I'm sorry about that. So I have my turner set up. It's a, not one that we bought. It's just one that Clarissa's husband built. And I like to do it on a single turner because when you're dropping inks, it's just better that it be a single rotating unit.
Thanks for receiving.
It is. It's just a 20-ounce cup, the way the angle is. Okay.
It looks better.
So I'm going to start epoxying. So this is why I kind of dump a little bit on while it's off. And you'll see why my sister has dubbed me the messy epoxy person, the messy crafter. I just kind of get it on the cup. And if you have any areas that aren't smooth, like it didn't quite get mixed in, you can kind of scrape that off. Because I see one here I'm going to want to scrape off, but I don't know why I used that hand. Give me another glove.
Here you go. That's why I got them out.
This is a little awkward for me to do a live video, but I know you guys wanted to see this, so I thought I would just overcome any anxiety that I have and just do it. So I just kind of keep it even around the cup and keep turning it until I get it all in one nice, good coat. And don't forget the bottom. And it's dripping. That's fine. Just use the excess and kind of push it over. And if you did this on a silver cup, the importance of doing a base color is because if you did it on a silver cup, it would be pretty, but I believe the silver tends to show a lot of defects, and then you're not going to get this nice saturated color. Do they have any questions? You guys are quiet.
Zoom in a little. Is that good?
And some people use the silicone makeup brushes to apply epoxy. I just prefer to use gloved hands. It seems to work for me. And then just kind of get it smooth. I need a little more for the bottom. And then you're gonna wanna let it turn and smooth out for a little bit. Wonder if I should try to get this little smudged area off. No, I think it's all right. It'll blend in.
Once you hit it with inks, it'll look fine.
I also like to hit it with the heat gun a little early on to get the bubbles out. You're gonna hit it later to make it swirl, but right now we're just kind of go over on a low setting. And it'll pop any bubbles that are on there. And there's a clue to stop with the heat gun if the epoxy starts running off your cup. But I think you'll know kind of when you see most of the bubbles going away that you're pretty good. If I try to get, oh, is that close enough, do you think? Jennifer, we're working on the blue glow in the dark swirl cup with alcohol inks using Southern Bling blue glow pigment, some Southern Bling teal mica, and then some alcohol inks. Hopefully you could see all that.
Yeah.
They couldn't see it?
Oh, I saw that one.
Okay.
We can put everything in the comments if you did not see it.
And if you want to look at what was required for this live, we posted everything. Clarissa Elaine Brown posted it 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And it had all of the pictures of everything necessary, including a picture of the cup that was the result. So everything looks pretty even. So I'm gonna need another glove because I'm gonna start dropping alcohol inks. This part is purely artistic and up to you how much of what color you put. I'm gonna get the cup.
Which cup?
The cup.
Oh, the one you already did?
Yeah. No fighting.
No
Sorry,
fighting.
I have dogs. I don't want to get this messed up, but this is a swap cup that's going to go out probably next week. And I didn't post the picture of this water slide because it is, of course, copyrighted. But since it's quote unquote a gift, I'm hoping it's okay. But I did her name And then if you can see the iridescent parts kind of like right here. Can they see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
That's the blue glow pigment mixed with the mica, and it really gave it a very pretty sheen. The video doesn't really do it justice. Okay, so we're gonna drop inks.
I'm gonna stick this back on the shelf of cups.
So it's up to you in which order you drop the inks. I kind of start with one color and then move to another color.
Do you want to switch it to go? No.
To what?
Which way do you want it spinning?
You like it the other way?
It's up to you. You're the one doing the cup.
I know. I just don't know that I have a preference, but yeah, I guess it makes sense for it to drop this way. Hold on, let me see if I can get the, oh.
No.
Cup's coming off, hold on.
There you go.
Sorry, this turner, we just switched to go the other way. So you just kind of start dropping. Now, it's up to you how much and where. I just try to drop it to where it's not too much in one area or too much of one color. And don't forget the bottom. Well, the bottom is hard, y'all. Oh, probably shouldn't do that. Do you have gloves on? Can you take that away?
Just the cup?
Just that, yeah.
Okay.
If you have an individual turner, you can kind of help yourself by picking it up a little bit to drop ink. So I'm gonna change to a different color, kind of like a medium color. And don't worry, all right now it looks terrible, but what makes it work is when you put the heat gun on it and you let it swirl. Do they have any questions? And don't forget your edges. It's just wherever you think you might want this. And obviously with this technique, if you're gonna sell these types of cups, you need to make sure the buyer understands that none of these cups are gonna be the same. It's all gonna be, no two cups are alike. As it is with most of the things that we do. Oh, squirt. And use as much or as little as you want, depending on what effect that you're going for. And it's okay if the colors cross, because when it swirls, it will kind of change the way that it looks. I always think they look like little amoebas until you make it start swirling. And again, don't forget your edges. So they have pretty colors too. Ooh, too much blue. Oh, don't touch your cup like I just did. I saw something. Oh man.
What?
I somehow got a piece of my hair in the cup. Have y'all ever seen them say on the groups, don't sell cups with hair in it? Is that a hair? It looks like my hair. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's a brush fiber. That's even better. At least it's not my hair. I just used a pair of tweezers. You can get these on Amazon. These are really handy for random specks of glitter that show up in the wrong color. Things like this where you find brush fibers or who knows what in your cup.
Did you want?
Oh, let me do a little more of this one. Oh, you know, we haven't tried the pearl colors yet.
You want to get tranquil?
Yeah, we have a pearl color. Since this is not a cup for an order, I might just squirt some of this pearl color on here and see what it does.
All right, you guys. Here it is, Tranquil. It's one of the new alcohol ink pearl colors. Oh.
Okay. And then, yeah, wow. I guess you have to shake it up pretty good. And again, I've never used this, so we're gonna give it a go. I hope that it's pretty.
I'm sure
it's
it will
really
be
pretty.
gorgeous.
Okay, I'm gonna have to, oh my goodness, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to turn it to where you guys can see this.
Let me see if I can, let's see. Tell me when you guys can see this sparkle on this cup.
Oh, it got stuck.
No, here. I'm gonna move you this way. And there we go.
And again, they look like amoebas now. We're gonna fix that. Oh, there's some like edging that comes with it. So we'll see what that does when you swirl it.
Can you guys see that? I hope you can. It's gorgeous.
Really pretty.
All right, let me put you back where you were.
Let me get some of this.
There
on the
we
bottom.
go. No, there we go. You got it?
Yeah. Okay, so you think we're good? Let that start swirling. I have one little spot that's driving me a little nuts, so I'm gonna wait for that to come back and then we're gonna swirl it.
Blank spot.
Yeah, there was a blank spot. Now some of the base color we're gonna want to show through, but these alcohol inks, you want to wear gloves when you do the alcohol inks because we learned the hard way when we first started doing beach cups. We had blue in our fingers for days. Okay.
Did you want more of that?
Do you want me to want more of that? Let's see.
Hold on.
That's too much there.
Hold on.
Where?
Right here.
Right there?
Yep, right there.
And right there.
All right.
It drops. It's a little more liquid than the others for some reason, but it's really pretty.
So shimmery.
It is really shimmery. oh, right here. Okay, we're done. You could probably alcohol ink this to death. So at some point you gotta just say, okay, I'm done. Can they see it?
I believe I can. Can you guys still see the cup?
Well, you're moving it. Don't move it until they agree.
Yes, they can.
Is there any questions or anything?
Are there any questions?
Okay. So at this point, you guys didn't see my heat gun. I use a Wagner. Let's see if I can get it in the view. Hopefully you can see some or all of that. I use a Wagner. I just want to talk a little bit about this. I started with the one from Harbor Freight Tools, and it kept tripping the breaker and started smelling like it was on fire. So I believe this is the brand that you have, right? So Clarissa recommended this brand, and it's been amazing. It doesn't trip breakers. It's consistent, so I like it. So now you're gonna just start running the heat gun over the cup until it starts flowing. Hopefully you can hear me over the heat gun. And it kind of starts looking glassy and looks like the cup is moving without the epoxy when it is moving the right consistency. Ooh. Let's see if I can see it.
Thanks for your tip, Tasha.
What was the tip?
Tasha says that, hold on, let me go back to it. She's used the pearl inks and they tend to repel epoxy.
Oh, dang.
Much like the Nixitives.
Oh, we also used a pearl sealer one time and it repelled epoxy. So I'd be interested to see how you remedied that. It took us probably 4 coats. Oh, you guys see that? It's starting to move. So it starts to look kind of like glass over top of the cup that's swirling. And then at some point, you don't want to do too much to where it starts falling off the cup. That's the only disclaimer. You want to get it moving, and then at some point, you'll switch the turner to turn the other direction, and so it'll swirl in a different way. So just use your judgment. If you start to see that it's moving too much, then back off of the heat. It may take you a few times to realize what it's going to look like when before it starts rolling off your cup. Sorry, my dogs are barking. So that's moving pretty good. So I'm gonna kind of let it move to the other side now. If I can get it to go. And just let it swirl the way that it'll swirl. And it kind of makes a fun pattern. And if you see too much of your base color, you weren't planning on having that much show, you can always go back in and add more alcohol inks. So I see some spaces that I would like to have a little more ink. So I'm not gonna use any more of the pearl with that tip, but it is really pretty. But I am going to go in my spaces and drop some more inks. Just whatever color you think you want in that area. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. It's just artistic freedom. And I kind of wanted, when I envisioned this cup, I kind of wanted most of the space, most of the Tiffany blue underneath to be covered. So again, if you're fine with more of it showing, then you don't have to go back in and put more alcohol ink. And then I'll do the same thing again once I'm done dropping more ink. I'll kind of heat it up again and let it swirl so that it looks swirly again. Because right now it looks a little splotchy because I'm dropping more ink. It's really whatever you want to do. Ooh. Ooh. Might be a little too much blue there. And the bottom actually looks kind of cool with a little less. I kind of like the way the bottom looks. And then I'm gonna do, I think just a little more of the lighter blue. I think this is the lighter blue. And then I'm gonna let it swirl again and see where we're at. You want to make sure you're using epoxy that has a pretty good work time when you're doing this kind of cup. I use the Alumilite. Some people like it, some people don't. Whatever epoxy you like to use is fine, as long as the work time is good. I've heard that the work time is terrible on the Michaels epoxy that just came out. The Make It, I think it's called, maybe it's the We Are Memory Keepers, something like that. So I'm gonna hit it with the heat again and let it do its swirl. And y'all just let me know if you have any questions while I'm doing this. And then after I get a pretty good swirl on this, we can show you the pink cup. If you guys are still interested. I don't see the amount of time we've been on the live. For some reason, I can't tell. So if you guys are getting bored, let me know. Otherwise, we can show you the pink cup. It's a similar technique. We just don't have any pink glow powder, so it's not gonna glow in the dark, but hey, it doesn't always have to glow in the dark. It's just kind of cool when it does. Ooh, this one's turning out a little bit more, a little darker than my first one, I think. I kind of like it. Ooh. Okay, so I see it pooling a little bit, so I'm gonna stop with the heat gun, put that back, and then I'm gonna switch directions. Oh, that's the same direction. Ooh, don't let it be off too long because you did the heating part.
Yeah, that's starting to look really good.
I can't get it to go the other way.
Here, flip the controller around and flip it the other way.
What controller?
The controller you're controlling right over there. Flip it.
Flip it.
Yep.
This way?
Uh-huh. Usually that works for me.
There we go.
There you go.
Usually if I turn the motor, it'll just turn. And we get little bubbles, so what you want to make sure is on the bubbles, you pop them. I'm just using tweezers. Again, you can wipe off your tweezers. You don't want the bubbles to stay while it is starting to cure, or you're going to have to sand them, and it's going to create kind of like a pock mark in your cup. So we're going to get started. If you guys don't have any questions. Oh, I did do the bottom. I kind of liked the way it looked, so I didn't make it swirl on the bottom, but if you want to make it swirl, you can. I thought it looked a little bit kind of like marble on the bottom. But that's a great point, Veronica. If you want the bottom to be really swirly, then make sure you hit that with heat too. Okay, so we're getting the pink cup ready, and we're gonna swap places, and then we'll show you what we're gonna use on that cup. Tasha, thank you. Yeah, these cups end up turning out really pretty, and I'm hoping that the pearl that I used that's new, I hope that doesn't repel the epoxy. I can probably post an update on that, let you know. But I'm gonna kind of give you an overhead view real quick, if I can, of the cup. And that's what it looks like. So it turned into a really swirly, beautiful mess, but it's awesome.
Really, Melissa?
Yeah.
I might use this one too.
Okay. So give us a second to get the, oh my goodness, this camera thing. Give us a second to get these cups swapped out so we can do the pink one. Yes, the torch will pop the bubbles. I'm kind of afraid of torches because, again, I'm clumsy. I feel like I might burn my house down. I don't know, or burn myself and have to go to the ER.
The reason I mentioned a heat gun instead of a torch is because alcohol ink is, of course, flammable.
Is there a plug over here to where we can move this whole thing over here?
I believe so. If you hold this, I'll check your... Yes, there is.
Okay, we're gonna swap turners. It's gonna have to be quick. So I'm gonna unplug it, hand you the plug.
Well, you know what? Let's just switch it this way.
Oh, so plug that in and get it turning.
Yeah. Assuming I can get this. Sometimes I push them in too much. Hold on. There we go. Here, hold that.
Okay, so here's the pink cup that we're about to do. We have some explanation on the paint. She was getting this cup prepped for the live, and you see it's a little splotchy. We're hoping that doesn't turn out in the end, but honestly, you want to get a better craft paint. This was one that she just had. I don't particularly like the Craft Smart paint, not to knock any paint, but it turns out splotchy like this and when you're doing acrylic paint. I don't know about dirty pours, but we didn't have time to get this ready for the live. To repaint it. I was like, don't ruin my cup.
I'm not ruining the cup.
Scary, we're doing things we don't normally do. We're transferring cups for the video. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over to Clarissa so she can do the pink one.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try and make this quick.
Since y'all saw the whole process already.
Right. So what we're gonna be using is the hot pink pearl pigment from Southern Bling, of course. We are going to be using the Villainous Alcohol Pearl ink. I may add some of the Wild Plum, and then I've got some purple glow dust that I'm going to be adding as well.
Oh, you do have glow dust?
Yes, I do. Now, Angela said that she would be getting in this purple glow dust. She says it's back ordered right now, but she should have it in soon so that people can purchase it.
What did you do?
Now, we're gonna do things just slightly different because I want to make sure that this cup has lots of pink in it. It's gonna end up pink and purple, hopefully. But we will see.
How much do you want me to mix?
30 milliliters,
Okay.
and then you're gonna pour 10 in another cup.
Okay. They can't see. They can't see the cup.
They can't,
They can't see the cup.
can y'all see the cup now?
How far delayed is it?
I don't know, it's pretty delayed. I just want to make sure that they can see the cup, even if it is a horrible paint.
Oh, I think they can see it now. Are you looking for the metal stir stick?
No, the,
Spoons?
yeah, just give me a spoon. Thank you. We're mixing up epoxy real quick. We've already used Angela's little hand, so we're going to use one of the metal stir sticks that we have. I believe we showed you earlier, but just in case you haven't seen them yet, this is one of the epoxy stir sticks. There's a ball on one end, a flat part on the other. I also have a decorative skull on one end and a ball on the other end. I typically use the ball end to stir, but use whichever end you like. Obviously, this part is just decoration. I have this lovely spiraled one.
You could use the skull if you had a big cup.
I guess you could. But the great thing about these, as well as the hands, is that you get to just wipe it off with a baby wipe and it's ready for your next cup. Right, that's pretty straight.
So Tasha, you're saying you see micro bubbles with just the heat gun. It might depend on your climate too, because Texas is really hot, you know, most of the year. And I believe that when you're working in a warmer environment and you're using the heat gun, I just actually babysit my cups. when they're on the turner for the first 30-45 minutes. I mean, I know that sounds like a lot of time, but I'll epoxy 3-4 cups at a time, and then I'll spend the next 30-40 minutes babying them and running the heat gun over them over and over and over until they are smooth and pretty like glass. So if you don't have that time and you're not scared of the blowtorch, maybe that's the way for you to go.
With the metal sticks, you really do have to stir faster than you normally would, but even with that, you don't get very many bubbles. Right now I'm just whipping the crap out of this epoxy, and I've got 0 bubbles.
For whatever reason, the friction of the wood when you're using popsicle sticks really causes a lot of bubbles. And while she's doing that, I'm going to run the heat gun over my other cup over here. So don't mind the noise.
Sorry about all of this being off screen. I will move you over in just a second. Alrighty. Oh yes, I know you want some attention, Axel, but you can't have any right now. Okay, so mixed up 30 milliliters of epoxy. What I'm going to do is put 10 milliliters in another cup because I want to save some without any glow dust. I think that's about 10. Oh, sweetie, I know you want attention too.
Down.
All right. Can they see this at all?
No.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Let me see.
Okay, stay there for a
Hold
second.
it. Just hold it. Yeah.
It's fine.
All right. So again, we're taking the hot pink pearl dust.
Let me see if they can see it. When you adjusted it, it's a little delayed. Bear with us, guys.
Oh, it's a little better.
Okay, so she's taking the spoon. That's too high.
You see that?
It's too high, yeah.
I want this to have tons of pink, so I'm taking a big half of a spoonful here. And I'm going to mix this in real quick. Ooh, this is gonna be pretty, guys.
Do you want me to mix the glow powder in that?
Nope. Can you mix more of the hot pink in there?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna mix a little bit of hot pink in the 10 milliliter that she had.
Okay, you see this? Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous, people. Now, what I'm also going to do, of course, is add in the glow powder to this part. Yes, there you go. Now, I don't have much of a spoon for the, or it's a small container. So I'm going to just shake some into a spoon. I'm gonna add a little more because, like Melissa said, I want this pretty thing to glow. All right.
No.
Ooh.
Sit.
Now
Sit.
can you hand me the heat gun?
The heat gun.
I hit this with a
Ooh, sorry.
heat gun a little bit. Just on the side. Warm it up a little. It's a little cold in here. And this also pops any of the bubbles that were created from adding the powders. So once it's all nice and mixed, then we're going to get started and stick this on the cup. Oh, hey. Excuse me for not putting on gloves while mixing epoxy. I was being good off screen, not so much on screen apparently. Alrighty, so we're gonna adjust this again so that you can see the cup. Please tell me when you guys can see it. I think this is gonna be pretty good right here.
This pink is so pretty, y'all. I've had the teal, but I don't have the pink, so I'm gonna have to order it.
And we are just going to get this on the cup just like the last one. Ooh, this is gonna be gorgeous.
It's like a mauvey, purpley pink with the purple glow powder.
Yep.
If I can talk right.
Now this cup, we're testing out cups, new cups from Steel Magnolia. If you'll want to know who the manufacturer of the cup is. The last one was Hog.
The tealy, swirly one we did first is a 20-ounce Hog. Yeah, Tasha, I was saying also that I make sure and epoxy a bunch of cups at once if I have the orders so that I can babysit them all at once and pop all of the bubbles. Tasha's saying she coats all 8 and then torches to pop the bubbles and it works perfectly.
Yep.
California is not really humid. Temperatures are ideal. That sounds amazing. We live in Texas where it gets really hot and it's also humid. So we have a little bit of difficulty sometimes. That's why I generally will babysit the cups because I can kind of make an on the fly decision if I need to fix something while it's first turning. Otherwise, if it cures too long, I can't make any adjustments. And in my house, I had to turn the vent off in my craft room because I was getting huge fish eyes because my turner station was right under the vent. And it was, oh my gosh, there were lots of tears because I could never get it to work right. And I was wondering what I was doing wrong because when I was at my sister's house, I could do perfectly. And then this was during the learning phase. And then when I got to my house and I'm trying to do it, I couldn't do it. And I kept telling her, I'm so stupid. What is wrong with me that I can do it at your house, but I can't mine? So I had to figure out, you know, how to do it. So those of you who are just getting started, you know, you may have some troubleshooting in the beginning to figure out your temperatures and your climate, even in your own home. This is looking pretty good. She's just getting an even coat across the whole cup. And doing a swirly thing.
Put it all on there, basically. We all have our different styles of epoxying, and I just like to make sure that the cup is completely, absolutely covered, including the bottom.
So you guys following along tonight, doing your own cups while we're on? Or are you just watching, you know, to kind of get an idea of how to do it, and we'll come back and do it?
Alrighty. Need more gloves.
Oh,
Yep, right there.
1,
Thank you.
2.
Alrighty. Can I have the heat gun? I'm just making sure that everything is pretty even before we start dropping inks on it. Alrighty, now this lovely gorgeous cup.
Hey, hey,
We are gonna start.
Starly. You just jump on, Starly? Hey, Missy, just prepping cups and watching.
Alright, we're gonna start with the Villainous. Hold on, let me switch
Where's
hands.
the cup? Yeah.
The Villainous Pearl Alcohol Ink. And we're just gonna drop. Wherever you want. Doesn't matter.
Starly, right now we're making a pink alcohol ink cup using the Southern Bling hot pink pearl pigment and some purple glow powder that Angela said she'll be having in stock soon. And then we're gonna drop
Let's see how
different colored alcohol inks on it.
Yes,
Oh, Tasha.
we got some amoebas.
Yes, they look like amoebas at first. Tasha, the Northern Lights. So we, that's one of the things that we haven't done yet. We're gonna play around with that next time we get together and just have some time. Clarissa got this stuff from Angela.
This one's the Wild Plum. I'm just hitting it wherever I want. Wherever I think it needs some additional
guys,
color.
it looks terrible at first because I'm watching it on this video over here and it's really ugly.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. I just love hearing that my cups are ugly.
But mine was ugly too. And then we started, you know, we put all the alcohol ink in there and then we start swirling it around and it looks a lot better. Did you want to grab a third color?
I don't know.
I have a bunch of different purples. I have an amethyst. And then I have this purple twilight.
Purple Twilight. Okay, so we've decided it needs more purple. So we are going to go with the Purple Twilight also. I don't think it's focusing. But it's Purple Twilight Alcohol Ink.
Thanks,
Did y'all
Tasha.
get that?
Share some pics. We'd love to see it. She's going to share some pics of her
Ooh.
Northern Lights. You like it?
I love the purple.
See, you can even sometimes change mid-plan what you're doing.
See, this was just, we wanted to try. And we thought we'd just add it. So we wanted to give it a try. see how this would work on pink.
And that's also the advantage of having tons of different colors of alcohol ink. So you can do different layers of different colors.
I need
a baby wipe.
A baby wipe. Wow.
Alcohol ink is everywhere.
Your purple is
I've never used that one.
How
I
have
don't
you never?
think.
Yes, you have.
Well, I might have used it to do my dot sheet.
Let me clean this up so it's not all
here's
icky for you.
Here's another tip, guys. I don't know if you guys do this, but when we get alcohol ink colors, I'm going to try to show you this. If you want to try to compare colors, we just do it on a sheet of paper, and they even have a chart. Tim Holtz has a chart that you can use to put all the colors in their spots. And I honestly haven't done all my colors, but if you want to see what it'll look like when it drops, you can put it on a white piece of printer paper. Oh, you can only see half of it, but...
Oh. We're going to have to figure out your phone, Melissa.
Well, maybe we'll try your phone next time.
Maybe. All right. I just really love this pearl. And I hope it doesn't jack with the epoxy.
Which pearl is it again?
It's the Villainous.
Oh, the Villainous.
I need to get the bottom here. I need to, yeah. Come on, drop.
And then, just like I did last time, drop as much as you think and wherever you think, and then hit it with your heat gun. And if you're not satisfied with how it looks, you can always add more alcohol ink. I'm really interested to see what this one looks like when it starts swirling.
Sorry, I gotta get both hands here. Sorry. There's just a little too much
Purple?
of a purple right in that one place.
Right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, did you want to put some of the...
No.
No? Okay.
Not yet. Sorry, I just sit here with all the alcohol inks in my hand and I just sit there and drop until I'm satisfied.
I think it's good. I think you should let it swirl to see where you need more.
Okay. We will swirl. Ooh.
Change your gloves.
Yeah, and it's lucky this is your work desk.
Oh no, is that staining?
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, it's not your pretty desk.
Yeah. Hazards of the crafting.
I wiped it off. I don't need a...
Hi, Amanda. Ooh.
Okay, we're turning on the heat gun now.
Okay, so now we just run the heat gun over it until we start seeing it swirl. Yeah, you may want to swirl your bottom.
Yeah, the bottom isn't looking all that great to me, but
That villainous.
we'll see what we can do about it.
Yeah, the villainous kind of made it look kind of strange, but I think if you swirled it, it should be fine. And remember, you just want to look and be watching to make sure that you're not overheating it. So I start with the lowest setting and then just run it across it until it starts looking like glass. You'll know what it looks like because it'll start swirling and looking like it's rolling around the cup at a different speed than the cup is turning. Is that a good way to describe it?
Mm-hmm. It's starting its little bit now. I want it to swirl a little more. So I'm gonna give it a little more heat.
Amanda, we did a blue glow pigment cup, and now we're doing a purple glow pigment cup. When we're done, if you want to replay to get caught up.
Ooh.
Ooh. On this
There
one,
we
we're
go.
definitely swirling the bottom.
Alrighty. Here, let's set that aside and let it do its thing for a minute. Do you want to take them over to show them the other cup real quick?
It's the same as it was.
Well, you can just...
I'm sorry, you can see my mess on the other desk. I didn't plan this out very well. Cotton balls, and I have a bag of glitter. Some of my glitter got delivered to Clarissa's house, and I was like, you need to bring it to me. Glitter fix. You want to turn it the other way? Or you want to put more on?
There's one part that I want more of this on. And then we can turn it the other way. Where did it go? It was right there.
Oh, hi, Cheryl.
There we go.
This cup of yours has
Right
been
here.
popular that I made for you. I'm excited to get it out to you.
Oh, she's the recipient?
Yeah.
Cheryl, this cup is absolutely gorgeous.
If you
You're
watch
gonna
the,
absolutely love it.
if you watch the replay, then you'll see your cup that I showed at the beginning, since I still happen to have it.
Heat gun.
Heat gun. Cheryl is my swap partner. She's making me. I think we decided on the Lord of the Rings cup, so I'm excited about that.
All right. And we're gonna go the other way. Maybe. There we go. The other way. Oops. Now it's really rolling. Ooh, this is gonna look good.
So what do you guys think of the pink and purple one so far? Yeah, it's Cheryl, you did have the worst luck. I don't want to talk about your personal business, but yes, I feel for you. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. This is a pink one we decided to kind of throw together for the live to see what the pink and the purples would do.
Do you think it needs anything else, or?
It depends how much of it, the base color you want to show through.
Well, I was just wanting to make sure that the purple didn't overtake the pink. Clearly, that's not the case.
Yeah, that's definitely not the case. I think you could put, I like this, like put a little more of this and a little more of this. I wouldn't put any more of this because we don't know how it'll act yet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to add just a
you,
teeny bit more because...
Tawada, is that how you say it? Missy, thank you. And of course, Tasha, thank you. She's going to add a little bit more ink in some places to give it a more...
Just a little more.
Just a little more. I guess that's the best way to say it. Because you can see a lot of the base color, but I love when you can see kind of the swirly effect going on. So I tend to put a little more alcohol ink. But it is definitely whatever you're looking for, if you're making this for somebody else, whatever they're looking for.
Yeah, we'll have to get it to swirl some more, but...
Yeah, again, when you drop them at first, we call them amoebas. They look like amoebas. And then when you hit them with the heat gun... And you guys that don't have a heat gun, they're really not that expensive. I think $25 I think I paid at Walmart. It's a really, really good thing to have if you don't have one. It kind of lets you... I use it for sure in every epoxy coat that I do, but if you don't need to use it, it's fun for things like this to make the ink swirl. While she's doing all that, do you guys have any other questions related to this, not related to this? We can let you know. I mean, we've done all sorts of cups and...
You know, the pearl is almost starting to look a little blue.
Is it bluish?
Yeah, but it's pretty.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
How did you find a mini torch at the dollar store? I'll have to check. At the beginning of the video, I was telling you guys about my Dollar Tree finds, and they're just some bottles and some spoons. You found a torch.
All right, heat gun.
You guys, I cannot see how long we've been doing this live. I don't know why I can't see that. Can you guys tell me how long we've been on? And of course, if you guys think it's too long, let us know, because again, we've only done one other live. We make cups a lot. We just haven't done a lot of these tutorials, but we don't mind doing them if there's something you guys want to learn. Thank you, Cheryl. I'll take a look at it. Swirly?
I'm gonna get it going the other way. Now that we added a little more.
Ooh. Did you change it already?
Yeah, I just flipped it. Probably gonna flip it again. This part right there. I want it to move a little more.
You want the heat gun?
Yeah.
Ah!
Did you just knock something over?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm just being heavy-handed. Oh, don't hit the cup.
Come on, move. Yeah. All right, here's a tip from me. If you're using the highest setting on your heat gun, run it across your cup really fast. If you're using the lowest setting, you can run it a little slower. It's just to keep the epoxy from overheating. I'm gonna get it going the other way again.
And you can burn the epoxy.
We've done it.
Where it starts
there you go.
coming off in burnt sheets.
I'm gonna get it going this way. I am just gonna get this going in all kinds of ways.
A lot of the crafting world is kind of trial and error, so it's okay, y'all, if you make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm just tilting this sucker up so it will swirl in a different way. See? Look at that.
Ooh.
Now
Pretty.
it's swirling in a different way, and I believe I probably just need to leave it alone now. I have a problem. If I don't stop messing with cups, then they end up horrible. So I have to stop myself. And this is the point at which I stop myself. So we are done with this cup. It will roll around until it's
Okay, so
yeah, we're done. we're just gonna let both of them go, and we will show pictures of both of these
and then
once they are cured.
for those of you that are watching this and it was pre-recorded, feel free to ask questions. Just pop them on there and one of us will answer your questions. That way you can get your questions answered. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay.
We're good.
It was fun. Let us know if you liked our tutorial or if there's anything you guys want to see. We don't mind doing tutorials here and there. So let us know. And thank you to Angela for having an awesome store. We use mostly her products except for the alcohol inks today. So you can check her website out if you want any of the things we use. And again, the blue glow powder is on order, I think. Back order. So
No, it was the purple glow powder that was on back order, and the blue glow powder she has ordered, and it should be coming in soon.
Okay, so we're gonna sign off.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming and playing.